still be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Hey cuties, and a happy new year. I hope you all had a wonderful start into 2023. For today's video, I'm gonna do a loungewear lookbook because that's just kind of what I have been wearing for the last few weeks. It's kind of the mood of this season, I feel like. As always with my lookbooks, you can find links to everything that I'm using in the description down below. And of course, all of these models that we're using today are Sims that I have created in previous Create a Sim videos. Whenever we move into that Sims look, I will make sure to link their Create a Sim video where you can find skin details, presets, eyebrows, whatever I used on the Sim prior to the lookbook. But without further ado, let's get straight into this. Like I said, I hope you had a great New Year's. I feel like New Year is such a weird time, especially between Christmas and New Year. I feel like it's such a weird time, like nothing else really is during the year, because everyone, well, not everyone, most people are off work. Most people are kind of, you know, I feel like exhausted from meeting everyone during the Christmas time, but then a lot of people are also excited for New Year's, so it's just kind of an odd mood that we're in during that time. But I have had an okay New Year's, I would say. If you watched my videos, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of New Year's. Some might even say I'm like a New Year's Grinch, okay? That someone might have been me. I might have caught myself that. And I was just at home. I was invited to a friend's house, but apartment, but I didn't end up going. First of all, because I have foster cats and I don't know what they're like during New Year's. I didn't want to leave them if they're super freaked out, and also because I don't really want to leave the house during New Year's, because where I live, it's absolutely crazy. People are so stupid. They start at like 7 p.m. with their fireworks, and it's not just fireworks, it's also like these guns that sound like real gunshots, but they're obviously not. I don't know what you call them in English. Then they have the ones that only make big bangs and don't actually have any pretty fireworks, and it's really bad where I live. Like I said, they start at 7 p.m. and they didn't stop until like, I don't know, I went to sleep at like 4 or 5 a.m. and they were still going at it. So that just gives you a little bit of an impression of what my New Year's is like. And I don't want to go out because so many things happen. So many people fire their fireworks at other people, and I'm an anxious person as it is. I don't really need that in my life, so I just decided to be home. I thought my boyfriend who lives in England was going to spend time with his friends, but he hasn't had anything figured out, so he also stayed home. And my sister and her boyfriend were also at home, so we all kind of got together, played something with another friend of my sister's boyfriend, and you know, we all just played something online, and that was my New Year's. It was great though, and I couldn't have wished for anything else. The cats were amazing, weren't scared at all, which is super confusing because one of them I've had since March, and he's such a scaredy cat, but he was fine. He just looked annoyed at times where he was like, please make it stop. And I was like, honestly, I wish I could. I really wish I could. But they were fine. I was really happy about it, really relieved. And then they also have someone meeting them on Saturday, the cats, not me. Someone's coming around on Saturday to meet the cats, to potentially adopt them, which I have been extremely upset about it, and I've toyed with the idea of keeping them. If you didn't know, I've been fostering for over a year now. Like, I think I started with my first ones last year, well, the year before last year, so 2021, in August, and these are like my 8th and 9th foster cats that I currently have. And especially the ginger one I have, he's just such a sweetheart, and he was so scared at first, and I feel like we really bonded, and he's finally, you know, getting more comfortable and confident, and it would just break my heart if he would spiral back down to what he was like. But I think I'll just see how I feel with the people who are interested in them, and then I'll go with the flow, whatever feels comfortable. I have talked to the organization. They were like, of course you can also adopt them yourself, but we would, you know, hate to see you go as a foster home. And it makes sense. I think if you've had a foster home for a long time as an organization, it's obviously a lot less work. Like, at first you always need to make sure that the place the cats go to is okay, the people are okay. Then with the first foster cats, there's obviously a lot of questions, a lot of things that need to be sorted out. But now, the last foster cat, I just picked her up from where the meetup was, picked her up, took her home. I didn't sign anything. I just tell them what's going on. it's, you know, kind of like for them something where they don't need to invest any work in, so that's obviously great, and I understand that foster homes are really important, so kind of struggling with it. I will definitely be super upset if I see them go, but I'm always I just, you know, I'll see how I feel and I'll update you on it. Then my boyfriend also left to go back to England a few days ago, almost a week ago by now. And it's just, you know, always really sad after he leaves. He hasn't been here for that long because a friend of his had a wedding, well, his wedding, not just any wedding, that my boyfriend obviously wanted to attend to, and that has kind of been my life right now. I've also had an appointment at a clinic because I've talked about this a few months back. I feel like my psychiatrist told me that I should go to a clinic for some time to figure out my mental health stuff. It's not a clinic where I stay permanently, it's just during the day. I don't actually know what you called it in English, but we call it a daily clinic. Like, you just go between, I think, 8:30 and 4:30. I'll see how it goes. I've been to an appointment for one and it was horrible. I didn't like it. The people were really cold. It was the worst like conversation I've ever had, and I talked about it in a previous video. But this one they were much more friendly. They kind of didn't make me feel like I didn't belong there, you know. They were like, yeah, it's definitely, your case is definitely, you know, a case that is suited for a clinic. And then I have got an appointment to start, which is in February. So I will start going to a clinic every day in February, which I'm very worried about. So if any of you have been to a clinic and want to share, please do, because I don't really know what to expect. And I don't know, they haven't really gone into everything, and I've probably have to get like some blood work done, which I hate getting my blood drawn. Like, I'm literally super upset, and the doctor was like, oh yeah, but the nurses are really nice, and I'm like, okay. Like, imagine your biggest fear and you're like, yeah, but the people are really nice, and you're like, okay, that doesn't help. But anyways, you know, there's a lot of new things going on right now. I've also picked up knitting. Can't believe I haven't talked about it until now. I've been obsessed with knitting. My first project is a sweater. Some might say it's very, you know, ambitious, but I think I can get it done. I am really enjoying it so far. It's just so meditative and I love it. And I definitely want to knit more throughout the year. But yeah, let me know, how was your start into the new year? What are some things you want to do in 2023? Hope you're all doing well. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you have, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all next time. Bye!